Madam President, I'd like to introduce Rodney McCann. Rodney has been a friend of many of us for a very long time and lived in the UK for, 20 at least years, singing for English National Opera and then more lately as a freelance singer in the UK. And then now more recently has sung in the Wellington Festival of the Arts and is well known to many of you. He, as well as doing all of that, is a Baptist minister and still works hard in that regard. So we're very pleased to have him as a friend of the club, and he's going to tell us now about the Singers to Listen For event.
Thank you, John. John, could you just stay here, please? I want to use you as a prop. Yeah. Well, look, thank you for that very warm welcome. I want to give you a number of reasons why November the 6th should really be very, very firmly in your diary. And the first one is that if we lose the World Cup, this will be just the event to cheer you up, to restore your faith in wonderful young New Zealand talent. Because you may not be aware of it, but per capita, we've most probably produced more outstanding opera singers than any other country in the world over the last few decades. And the last few years have been a particularly fertile time in terms of just outstanding young voices coming through. And I imagine a number of you have got the CDs of Sole Mio. Well, these young people are just like Sole Mio. They've got that sort of charisma, they've got these beautiful voices. Now, I want to give you some reasons why you really have to be there, and the first one is because of my dear friend John. Since he took on the organisation of this event, I've been watching him stoop more and more. I've been watching his hair get whiter and whiter, and I am seriously concerned for him, and he is one of yours, so you really do have to look after him. It's a big responsibility organising an event like this. But seriously, let's talk about the entry cost. Now that may seem quite a lot, $140, but actually when you consider it, you can pay a lot more to go to Opera New Zealand, and you'll be cramped in your tiny little seat in the St James Theatre, and you'll have a reasonable evening, in fact a very good evening if you go to Tosca, I have to say, because I've already seen it. But, you know, if you come to our event, you get outstanding singing, that's one. You get terrific food, number two. You get really good wine, number three. We're going to have a lot of fun, number four, with the auction. And it's going to be a very accessible evening. If you're worried about it being very, very highbrow, it's not going to be. There will be some opera, but it's going to be very accessible in terms of the music. And of course you've got that wonderful young talent, and you're going to help rejuvenate my friend here. But the thing about selling an event like this, is that you are the best people to do it. You know, we're doing a certain amount of advertising through normal routes, and that will go so far, but the personal invitation is really, really important. And at $140, it really is a bargain. So look forward to seeing you on the night, but book soon, because every day sooner that you book makes a difference to John. Thank you.